Hi gang, it's Lynn Girardi. Good to see you here again. Hope everybody's doing well. So this is my second day of the YouTube is on easy mode challenge that I'm giving myself and anyone else who wants to join me, on their own, join in the energy of being a new content creator on YouTube or fairly new content creator, and committing to posting some message that you want to share of your passions, and or talking about YouTube for new creators being on seemingly on easy mode, and sharing your observations of if that's true or not. Thank you for joining me in that. So this is only the second day of it. So far, as I've said before, it does seem like since I've been following people like Dante London and Dodash and got inspired by them, thank you to both of them, and please visit their links that I'll post below. Since I've been inspired by them and some other YouTube creators who are fairly new but got monetized and are sharing their messages and encouraging people who are new on YouTube to, follow their hearts, share their messages, talk about their experience with YouTube being on easy mode or not, since that's the trend right now. So it's just about gaining momentum and to just sort of give your channel, your beginning channel, a boost into the into the competition, into not competition, but into the game that where we have this opportunity to use YouTube to get out our messages, our talents, our projects that can help inspire others and ourselves. So I feel, as I've said in the first video, I do feel that YouTube is on a sort of an easier mode because I am getting recommendations that I did not look for or sign up for of new people's channels in my feed on YouTube, and it does seem like some of them are getting views, numbers of views fairly easily, fairly quickly, and I feel like I just with the one video that I got that I put out, it's very, very early, but it looks like it's it's getting in front of some people. So let's see how it goes, and I'll be sharing if that is working for me, if it's proving that this is like a easier mode with YouTube. Because again, they're saying that YouTube has the algorithm has changed where they're helping to put new creators, new channels, videos in front of more people. And it does seem like that to me. And what I posted in the last video was, it's like, hey, yeah, that's great, have YouTube on easy mode. But I think even better, or in addition to that, is getting our lives on easy mode, or an easier mode. And that happens to be really what my main message has been since I've been sharing YouTube videos and live videos on YouTube and Facebook. I share about being a law of attraction life coach and positive mindset life coach, and how getting into that more positive focus, or more, going within for your answers, your connection to God, that helps you to get into that positive flow more often, so that you can have life in an easier mode. Now, we are not here for everything to be easy. It seems, as Abraham Hicks would say, and other spiritual teachers, that, we're souls having, Wayne Dyer would say, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So we're here supposedly for joy, but also to learn, to grow, to expand, to evolve. And there are challenges that go with that. We have, Abe Hicks calls it contrast. It's like the challenges is to show us when we see what we don't want in our lives, then we have the clarity of, oh, what I do want is the opposite of that. So it helps, the challenges or problems is like contrast in our lives as a soul on this earth, to help us to clarify what we want and to co-create with God better outcomes, a better reality, to share love and positivity with others, and help us all to share our God-given talents and gifts. So that's really has always been my message, and I think it matches the whole thing. YouTube on easy mode, for me, helps me to get out the message of, let's get your life on an easy mode or easier mode, by being more in positive alignment with your soul's guidance that's connected to God, with that connection with God, or however you call it, the universe, but getting into that positive, loving connection and using your God-given talents to shine your light in the world. That helps to be on an easier mode in life, despite life's challenges. So I just want to mention that. Then the other thing is, what I've usually done in the past on lives on Facebook and some on YouTube, is I share some positivity cards, positive affirmation cards. They're just positive affirmation cards. It's not like, telling the future or anything. It's just positive affirmations, and for some hope and encouragement and positivity to hopefully help uplift you and give you some inspiration for the day now or the evening before you go to bed. Maybe it's a positive thought to calmly and hopefully fall asleep to. What was I going to say about that? Especially with the different challenges going on in this world last year and this year, things on the news, you know what they are. I think we all need some hopeful reminders and upliftment. There's a lot of hope in God's world as we connect to follow our hearts and our souls and our connection with God, and sometimes we need those reminders to help drown out all the negative, news and stories and our negative thoughts of worries and doubts and fears. Because with God, all good things are possible, is what I believe. And anyway, we're going to, and also with positive thoughts and with less negative thoughts, less negative focus, less complaining. And it's not so easy because we're human, we're souls, but we're in a human body, and our human side, our ego, our mind, the human mindset is kind of hardwired for negativity to keep ourselves safe. So we have a tendency, a knee-jerk reaction to look for the negative so that we could keep ourselves safe. But when we focus more on, with God, all good things are possible, and on the good things we do want instead of what we don't want, because of the law of attraction, we tend to attract to us matching energy to the energy of our thoughts. So we put out positive thoughts and positive feelings. That's energy that goes out. And the law of attraction, sort of like the law of gravity, it just exists. It brings back to us what matches our most dominant thoughts and feelings. But there is a buffer of time, so you don't have to worry about, oh gosh, I just had that bad thought and everything. It's sort of, what are the proportions of your thoughts? And you do have time to try to think again, begin again, choose a better thought, or distract yourself from the negative thought, and focus on what you do want more than what you don't want. And I just want to say, there are people who say, don't do spiritual bypassing. For what I understand, I'm not saying just to make believe you love everything even though you're having challenges. It's, my understanding is, you should feel those feelings. If you feel grief or sadness or fear, anxiety, whatever, feel those feelings. Allow it to kind of just roll over you like a wave. Let it just be. Allow it to just pass over you, those feelings. And whether you do that, like Michael Singer, the author, says in The Untethered Soul, just like, all right, am I okay right now if I if I think of these thoughts, negative thoughts about this topic, can I just allow it to, it's trying to get my attention, can I just allow it to be? And supposedly if you allow it to be, it'll just kind of pass over you. If you give it like 7 minutes, like my entrepreneurial mentor Jenny Friedman says, and let it be, let yourself feel those lower feelings, but then you'll sort of get tired of it, and you'll sort of let them pass through you, and then you can think more clearly and get back to thinking more positively. Of course, if you have stronger, long-lasting, anxiety, fears, doubts, depression, any kind of mental disorders, this is not any kind of, medical advice. Talk to your doctor, a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. This is for just like, lighter, challenging times that you might be feeling low. And hopefully we have some positive, encouraging affirmations for you today. So now what I'm going to do with the last about 10 minutes is I had previously asked about 10 people to pick, to choose a card deck. I have a few card decks and a card number to, give them a positive affirmation card reading from what the card says, and then I elaborate on it in my opinion or what I'm inspired to share. Now, I like what Abraham Hicks says. They say, if you go to one of their lectures, they say, if someone gets in the hot seat where they get to ask a question to the Abraham Hicks, they say, the person asking the question, the answer is not only for the person asking the question, but also for anyone else in the audience who resonates with that answer, with that message. So I like to think it's the same here. Even though I have cards that people chose a random number, and I'm going to read what the corresponding message on the cards say, it's not only for them. I believe the message is some kind of inspiration for anyone else out there who's watching this, that if it resonates with you in a good way, if it feels like it makes sense to you in a positive way, I would suggest you may consider that a message for you too. If you don't like it, if it doesn't make you feel good, if you don't agree with it, just let it pass. Maybe there's a better message in this broadcast or in another video of mine, or not my channel. It's somebody else that you resonate with and connect with better than me. So, but hopefully if you're here, you're enjoying what I have to share with you. And I love to connect with my fellow tribe, members here. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to use this Mindful Messages deck. It's very cool. And actually, I'll be putting the links below so you can check that out if you want to. So let's see. This is for Nelson and anyone else who resonates with this message. Oh, I'm sorry. He's all right. Let's start this one. I'm sorry. This is for Diana and anyone else who resonates with this message. She chose number 13 from this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on a second. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and this one says, now, let me put on the glowing background. Okay. This one says, conscious focus, conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. That's what we're talking about, law of attraction. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. Again, what we focus on and with our thoughts and our words, what we talk about, because of the law of attraction, we tend to attract that into our lives. So we want to, lightly notice and choose our thoughts and our focus in a wiser way to benefit us to attract more positive things by thinking and speaking more positively. I will do more of the things that bring me joy. And that's another thing. If you do things that are fun, that bring you joy or peacefulness or relaxation or commune with nature, you know, take a walk in nature, go dancing, have tea with a friend, you know, hopefully a positive friend, you know, do that artwork, play that sport, those sports that you love, play that game you like, travel, get a massage, whatever it is, read a book that you love, pet your dog or cat. If I do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more, I'm sorry, I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. So the more you do things that bring you joy, you get into a higher vibration. That higher vibration, because of the law of attraction, attracting matching energy and frequency to what you're putting out, you're putting out feelings of joy and focus on joy, and the universe, God's universe, you attract joyful, positive energy into your experience, more things to make you feel uplifted, people, places, and things that help you to feel more joyful when you spend time in joy or in peacefulness, in harmony, and relaxation. You'll attract those good things back to you, love, etc. Okay, that's a great one. That was, okay, 13. And also that one was also for Amanda Robinson as well. And anyone else who resonated with that. Okay, let me just make sure I check off on my list here. Let's see. Jenny Friedman said 2, 1, 2. And that says, releasing anger. Releasing anger. And this says, anger is a natural emotion, but I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as the human being they are. I release the anger I feel and free myself. Freeing myself and expanding to love. We all get angry. This is part of the human, condition. So this says to release the anger. It's a natural emotion. But, if you hold on to too much, it could be toxic for you. And then you wind up thinking and talking too much angry thoughts, and you'll attract more, angry people, places, and things, because it's matching energy that the law of attraction brings you. So if there's someone who, causes you pain, in your life, maybe, on TV, wherever, in your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, wherever, I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as a human being they are. I release the anger I feel and free myself. So, try to consider, I suppose, everybody's on their own spiritual path and their understandings of life and spirituality, in their own way. So we don't know what other people have been through. We don't always know the whole story of what's going on with other people. And ultimately, like Abraham Hicks says, we're really supposed to be responsible for our own happiness. It's from the inside, what we choose to focus on, and what we choose to maybe, let go of. That could even be people or limiting beliefs or negative thoughts. So I release the anger I feel and free myself. You'll only feel happier if you're not holding on to a lot of anger. Freeing myself and expanding to love, because ultimately we're souls. That's a part of God, a spark of God. That's love, as far as I understand. So that's that one. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Number 10. 2. Karen and anyone else. Nelson, I'll get to you in 1 minute. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is a good one too. Present, present, and it has a person walking up steps. Present. It says, in this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition. Joyfully, I joyfully overcome any bumps along the way as I take just little baby steps at a time, right? Don't try to see the whole, in the documentary, The Secret, they say, you know, don't try to see the whole staircase to your goal that didn't happen yet. You know, it's too hard to imagine it or visualize it. Just see the next step, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way, and joyfully, and see yourself, like, even if there's challenges or little obstacles or you know, curves on the path, see yourself overcoming those bumps along the way, also with God's help, you know, behind you. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. I just reminded somebody of the expression, yard by yard, things seem hard, but inch by inch, it's a cinch. You know, when we look at the whole big picture of anything, sometimes, especially challenges, we think all the worst, the what ifs, and all the, you know, worst possible outcomes. It doesn't have to be. Give it to God as well to help you, and your inner being, your soul, to help you, your angels, your deceased loved ones, you know, all the positive heavenly connections that I believe we all have. Let them help you. Let go and let God, and take things one step at a time. Stay in the present as much as possible. Take little baby steps forward toward what you do want instead of what you don't want, and then you do not have to worry about the future. Trust that God's in control, along with your co-creating with him, her, them, whatever you want. Okay, very good. And things will work out. Things are always working out for you and for me, Abraham Hicks says. That's for the soul. Things are always working out for us. Even if it seems like there's a challenge, there's going to be a blessing in that, or a learning in those challenges. Okay, which was that? That was 10. Karen Finlayson, and anyone else who resonated with that? Okay, we have 5 more. I hope everybody's enjoying this. And again, it's not just for the people who chose these random numbers that I had asked earlier on in a post on another platform. It's for anyone else who resonates also with these messages. If it makes you feel good and hopeful, I would say consider that it's a message for you. If it doesn't make you feel good, just ignore it. Maybe there's a better message here for you, or on some other channel. You know, I'm only sharing what I know, what I understand, my own opinion, where I am in my own spiritual learning, my own spiritual path. I don't say that I know the answers. This is just my own understanding for what I've been studying. I'm a law of attraction coach for like the past 10 years. And I grew up actually in a family that was studying about the power of positive thinking back in the 70s. So I grew up with this, and I've taken tons of classes and lectures and had many coaches, and from Bob Proctor, like personal, you know, classes with Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer, gone to their lectures, gone to Abraham Hicks lectures in person, and you know, so this is a part of me, and this is what I'm sharing. And I find it's been helpful for me because I've always been kind of a worrier or a sensitive type, and this material has helped me find much more hope and a better connection to the God that, you know, I have a Catholic Christian foundation, but I feel like this positive material has enhanced that tremendously. So that's why I like to share it with anybody else that resonates with it. Okay, 5 more. Let's do this quickly. Now, I'm going to say, I had Abraham Hicks cards as a choice, but I actually I actually called them up to ask if it's okay to share those cards on YouTube, and someone in the office checked quickly and they said no. So I still love Apex, but I'm not going to show the cards, and I'm just going to give a general message sharing, since about two or three people chose from this deck, and that was before I found out that I can't use the cards to show you, here. So, okay, Nelson had chosen 11 from the Abraham Hicks deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I'm going to say a general thing because, again, they didn't want me to share this, and I've got residual Catholic schoolgirl guilt. Okay, so this card is talking about reaching for a better feeling thought. That as a soul, we knew that the eternal evolving nature of your being, we were going to be evolving in this environment. They call this the leading edge of environment on Earth. As a soul on the other side of life, before we came down here, supposedly, we knew that we were going to be eternally evolving beings, and that this was leading edge environment with contrasts, with problems that were going to help us to expand as souls. So, and we understood from the other side about how powerful the law of attraction was, and how it's fair and accurate. It responds to the free will of all of us souls who are co-creators with God. So they're saying that if you reach for the best feeling thought you can find anytime, that's when you'll be able to reconnect with your authentic self, with your soul. When you reach for the best feeling thought you can find in any situation, like getting back to more positive alignment, that's when you're more aligned with your soul. You're more spiritually, positively aligned, and that's where your zest for life comes back, and you're really aligned with the real you, with your soul. So it's all about reaching for a better feeling thought. Okay, Nelson, that was you, and anyone else who resonates with that. Let's see, we have 4 more. Nia. Let me see. Oh, Clem, I read yours already too. That was 13 earlier. Let's see. Nia. Hang on. Uh-oh, I just dropped a bunch. Nia said 24. So 24, that's let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for Nia and anyone else, this is from Abraham Hicks, that I'm just going to say in my own words. I'm not showing the card because they seem to not want the card shared online on YouTube. Okay, so this one is about when you do the segment intending process that they teach. When you make an intention for each different segment of your day, you wind up attracting those intentions for those segments. If you put an intention of, like, in the morning, this morning I'd like to feel this way and possibly attract this thing in general, and then at lunch I want to feel this way and have this wonderful satisfying lunch and great conversation with my friend, and you're setting yourself up for attracting the best when you do this segment intending process, because the way you feel is your point of attraction. So when you do this segment intending, like, you can pause as many times throughout your day and choose, like, okay, I want to feel like this, and I'd like to expect this positive thing in this portion of the day. And those are actually powerful thoughts that you're setting up for different parts of your day to have your day go more smoothly and to attract what you want into your life more easily, right? Getting your life more on easy mode, like they're saying YouTube is on easy mode. Let's get our lives more on easy mode. And one way to do that is by doing this segment intending process. And you can always look up Abraham-Hicks, HICKS.com, or Abraham Hicks on YouTube and find out more about them and the segment intending process. Okay, let me see, 2 more. Oops, I'm dropping everything here. All right, that was 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 1, 2, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Okay, 14 for Jonathan, and then we'll do Colleen's number. All right, this one says that you have to be selfish enough to feel good, to want to feel good, and to put that as a priority. You're feeling good. And then it says in general that the only perspective we have, we can't really fully understand anyone else's perspective except our own. And unless you feel selfish enough to make your feeling good a priority, and the way you do that is by directing your thoughts in a way that are as positive as possible, to be more connected with your soul, because your soul is a positive energy field. Or, let me just see something. So unless you're selfish enough to care about how you feel, and you direct your thoughts in a way to allow that connection, that spiritual alignment with your soul, which is being positive as much as possible, then you have nothing to give. Because if you're in a low vibration, you're feeling angry, sad, burnt out, overwhelmed, because maybe you're putting others in front of yourself too much, like some of us do. We don't do self-care. If you're burnt out, then you really have nothing to give to anybody else anyway. So it's important that you be, quote unquote, what people call selfish to a certain extent, by putting how you feel first. Just like they say on the airplane, you've always heard this, you know, they tell mothers or parents, if anything happens, put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then on your child. Because if you're helping other people and you're wiped out and you're passed out, you can't help them unless you're energized and healthy enough to do so. So you cannot help anybody in the best way possible if you don't put yourself first and be, quote unquote, selfish enough to feel good first, and to be, you know, healthy and body, mind, and spirit first, as much as possible. Okay, and the last one I'm going to share here is from the Wayne Dyer deck, called The Power of Intention. And I'll put these links below. Power of Intention. This is for Colleen and anyone else who resonates with this. Power of Intention. Let's see, number 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Here we go. Surround yourself with high energy people. Surround yourself with high energy people. And it says, choose to be in close proximity to people who are empowering, who appeal to your sense of connection to intention, who see the greatness in you. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to see the greatness in each other, especially if you're a beginning content creator or you're just here to get some inspiration and upliftment. We want to see the best in each other and like hold space, as they say, that good things are going to happen for you. You want to be around people who see the greatness in you, who feel connected to God, and who live a life that gives evidence that Spirit has found celebration through them. Right? You want to see people who are almost like spiritually full of love and joy and hopefulness and positivity, as much as possible. You know, we're all souls in human bodies, so it's normal to have challenges, feeling happy, feeling balanced. You know, it's natural and normal to have anxiety, fears, sadness, grief, anger sometimes, but we don't have to stay there for so long. And we could also get help. You know, I mean, meditation, prayers, healthy nutrition, but you could also get therapists or to help you as well. But in general, choose to be in close proximity to people who are empowering and who appeal to your sense of connection to intention, positive intentions, who see the greatness in you. Choose to be around high energy people. And that's when, you tend to be influenced by the people that you spend the most time around. So who are you spending time around? It's not that they're, bad people if they're not empowered or whatever, but, we have to make sure that we feel good and that we're healthy first. So I hope you enjoyed all of that. Let's enjoy YouTube in easy mode and life being more in easier mode. And thanks for joining me. I hope you please subscribe, like, share, view, whatever. And I hope to see you again. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to post something every day if possible, or every other day, and at least for a while. And I hope we can support each other, fellow creators, and also fellow humans. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. With God, all good things are possible. Bye-bye.